Poetry is a river to drown in. Often the shallowest poem is enough to raise water above our heads. And paradoxically, the more we drown in poetry, the more we come alive. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry of Rains and Leaks. There's forever a leak in this house, and a rain finds it with ease. Flooding in our home is our destiny, and finding a storm inside an inevitability. We've weathered storms, but not armored ourselves. For every wind which carries evil portents finds us to be a home to cast a spell. How our years have mothballed our souls and our senses into a state of status. Every memory is a framed wound. Our adornment is the hurt we carry. Any shower that hustles by becomes a shallow stream with a random path. It tests the time and place of love, but finds the ease with which love drowns. How much of us is defined by good times, but lies broken when Kodachrome turns to grey? Much more than the stream masquerading as river is the blood it finds in the old scar. And then we know how fragile love can be. A home with closed windows will carry it leaks. Love is a renewal and a fresh promise every time a storm portends to break the door. Love is fragile, but can withstand blows. It is easily dismantled, but can be unrelenting in its persistence. It can disintegrate in a word, but can stand unbreakable after the worst of happenstances. Love is both ordinary and a maverick. It can breathe as if it is taking its last inhalation, or linger as if infinity is a friend. There is lassitude, there is energy, there is determination, there is presumption. Of course we know when we are in love and when we are pretending. When we carry wounds like a fireball hidden inside. So much of love is the warmth of a glance, as also the heartbreak of a look avoided. The shadow of love is often fraught with short-term memory. We remember the last outtake, the last remark, the last deed. The fractured nature of our feelings invariably leads us astray into judging love as a finality, defined as that last piece of interaction, forgetting the warmth, the light, and the wonder of what it meant for so long. Of course we drift, of course we are flooded, of course we are castaways in our own opinions, of course we are prisoners of minutiae, even as the big picture looms large, beckoning us into its now fading glory. Our obsession with the now and the just elapsed makes us error-prone, subsuming us in its shallow currents. We lose the perennial for the ephemeral, and even as we sit at the shore, we drown in innocuous backdrafts. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. If you enjoyed this poem, rate it on Spotify or leave a comment on Apple Podcast. And I have a lovely newsletter called The Uncuts, which is like a Sunday dollop of warmth and fun and beauty. Subscribe to it. The link is in the show notes. And if you loved this episode, please do share it with someone you love. See you next week.